Welcome to Noblesville Sports. I'm Perry Williams, and today I have Andy Card with me, and we're going to talk about the Finch Creek Complex. Welcome, Andy.
Thanks a lot, Perry. Appreciate you coming out today and having a chat with me.
Andy, let's talk a little bit about this facilities. Tell us a little bit about the size and some of the activity that's going to go on out here.
Absolutely. So the facility is going to be approximately 160,000 square feet. We worked on the design for over a year. It's going to have 2 full indoor turf fields that we will be playing baseball and softball on, as well as some soccer, some lacrosse, flag football. It also includes a 14 pitching and hitting tunnels with the latest technology for softball and baseball. And then we have multiple hard courts for volleyball and basketball with a large mezzanine area that's about 7,000 square feet. We can put about 2,000 people up there for viewing, including coaches, etc. And then we have a 15,000 square foot medical office building and training component that goes on the front of the building. So that's phase 1, and we're set to open in September this year. And we're currently working on phase 2, which includes outdoor baseball fields and soccer fields.
Andy, talk a little bit about, maybe people know, maybe people don't know, but you also own the Pacers complex over in Grand Park.
Correct.
You said there's 160,000 square feet here. Is that what you said?
This is 160,000 square
now,
feet. That's correct.
To give people an idea, what is the size of the Pacer complex?
So the Pacers Athletic Center is 108,000 square feet, which includes medical office and training space with St. Vincent Sports Performance, and we also have our Game On eSports arena up there as well. So all in total, that facility is about 108,000 square feet.
Okay, now the one thing too is I don't think it's really caught on the baseball side, but on the softball side, indoor softball games and tournaments during the winter months has become a big thing. Is that something that possibly could go on here? Because I know it's huge in the Fort Wayne and up in northern Indiana.
Yeah, absolutely. As we were doing our due diligence and going through our metrics, we see softball as a real opportunity for this facility. There's a large capacity shortage for softball fields, not just indoor but outdoor, but particularly indoor. So the way that we have contained and have built this facility, we actually can have 4 softball diamonds inside the facility at one time. And then we also can have 1 large field for baseball. So we're pretty excited about it. We've really designed the facility to be able to hold those types of events and training and practice in the winter months.
Well, that's outstanding. Let's talk a little bit about, you're also going to have an indoor facilities, a medical facility here and everything. Are you going to have a type of thing where there's weight training or fitness and those type things?
Yeah, we've actually expanded our footprint. So we are going to have a significant presence up there in a fully updated, all the technology, weight, bikes, treadmills, elliptical stuff. That's going to be about 8,000 square feet of the latest state-of-the-art equipment that will be incorporated and used for our training, rehab, along with our hospital partner, which we're currently working with a couple of those. We actually are going to have a new piece of business in there around recovery that involves cryo tanks. It's the new technology to help athletes heal and folks to rehab. Medical eye doctor around sports chiropractor. So it's going to be a pretty significant healthcare type space with a strong emphasis on wellness. So it's not just going to be sports performance. It's going to be accessible to folks in Noblesville and Hamilton County that want to come and work on wellness in the latest state-of-the-art facility.
So in other words, it's going to be for the community, not only for athletes coming in, but the community will have an opportunity to come in here and participate in some of the programs.
Absolutely. That was very important to Mayor Ditzler, that when we first started talking about this, that this isn't just for elite athletes or athletes. This is a community facility where folks can come in and get all kinds of different care and training and workout. And yes, it will be open up for people to come and have those services.
You know, and the one thing about it, I think both of you and I have been around long enough to realize that sometimes the young athletes that play in maybe not as good when they're like 8, 9, 10 years old, and then you don't see them for a while, and their name pops up when they're like 17, 18, and they've grown about 10 or 12 inches, and they're now involved in athletics. So, you know, this is a place for everyone, correct?
It's a place for everyone. In fact, we do cater to the elite athlete, but this facility is really built for the beginner and for young kids that are first getting started. And having Prime Time as part of my company now, and being able to have access to all those coaches and all that training and all that process, you actually can come here in the second grade, and we have a big emphasis on learning the game. So you practice with us and train with us as much as you play, if not more. So the emphasis on learning the game, not just playing it.
And that's great. Now let's talk a little bit. We've talked a lot about Finch Creek Complex and here in Noblesville. But Andy, in talking with you and listening to talk at different events, the Finch Creek project, the Pacer athletic facility over there, Andy Card's got a much bigger picture of other things yet to come in other sports.
Yes, sir. I got into this about 5-6 years ago when my boys were playing basketball, and they're graduated college now. But this has evolved from our first facility, the Pacers Athletic Center facility, into a much broader and a bigger vision now. So we're working with another 6 or 7 locations in Indiana, from north to south. We're in Minnesota working with some folks, Dallas, Texas, Florida. So we've really become a national presence. I've had conversations with some folks in Chicago around building a basketball museum that would be attached to one of these facilities. So it's really, I'm really excited about the direction that we're heading with the company.
You know, several months ago we talked, and this is a little bit different, but it has become a sport, is eSports, okay? And in fact, the Indiana Pacers have started a professional team, and some of the other NBA teams. Let's talk a little bit about that sport, because not a whole lot of people know much about it.
No, it's we're learning all about it, because as the millennials get older, I mean, the sports is changing. And it's changing through eSports, and Top Golf is a prime example that we have now in Hamilton County. But so we put in a 100-seat gaming arena out at the Pacers Athletic Center. Rick Barretto and Brandon Lafferman and Rick's wife and I put this facility up there. And believe it or not, there's about 15 more athletes that play eSports than there are that actually go on a field or court. And part of what we've done up there is created an environment for those kids to come out, be social, be in a team environment. They are in tournaments and leagues just like you would be on a basketball team. And kind of the hitch that we did for the parents is when you play in a league or up there or train, you have activity time out on the court or out on the field. So you're getting 35 to 45 minutes of physical activity that helps you train and be a better gamer.
That's very interesting sports. And, you know, the one thing about it is, you know, you talk about the millennials, and I know myself, and I'm sure they're the same way, technology is kind of a new thing for us, is because we haven't grown up with it. I mean, a young kid as young as 6, 7 years old can pick up technology and pick it up much quicker than you and I. And all the things that professional teams and college teams, and even in high school today, all the technology we have out there, this gives also those kids that may not necessarily have all those physical tools to be that elite athlete, but can do a very good job on the technical side in helping to put together stuff for the professional teams and the college teams and the high school teams as far as videos and those type things.
Well, the whole industry is exploding. I remember when fax machines first came out, I thought they were silly. So I'm showing my age a little bit, right? So it's evolved to now where you can actually get scholarships at most major universities to be in eSports. And it's so beyond even being a gamer. There's the creation of the code and the algorithms and the making of the games, the music. It just goes on and on and on. And this to me is the new. I watched the internet come up as a young man. What we are watching, as you and I now are watching, a whole new industry come up out of the ground in virtual reality and esports. And the technology is just, it's incredible. And the opportunities that it's creating for a whole nother demographic in sports is unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Absolutely. I appreciate you going in a little bit of detail on that facet of sports. Once again, we're out here at the Finch Creek complex, right outside the door. This big building's going up. It's going to be ready in September.
Yes, sir. Opening September 24th, and we'll do some soft opening stuff for the public to come in and view the facility, and we'll have some of our partners out here, and we'll do a big event like we did at the Pacers Athletic Center. And so, yeah, we're looking to be open by the end of September for fall sports.
Andy, and I appreciate you giving Hamilton County TV the opportunity to come out here and talk to you, and we definitely would like to be a part of the opening and the soft openings out here to let the people know here in Hamilton County and in Noblesville and the surrounding areas what we got going on.
Yes, sir. This is not only great for Hamilton County, but it's a regional play. And the benefit that's going to be brought to the community through knowing more about Noblesville and Hamilton County with tourism, the sky's the limit.
Well, I appreciate you, Andy, taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know I pulled you away from the computer and you were in a meeting, and here it is about 1:30 and you guys are just now talking about going to lunch. So it's a busy time out here at Finch Creek, and I appreciate you taking time out today to talk to me.
Thanks a lot, Perry. We appreciate your support, and you are definitely going to be kept informed, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Well, this is Perry Williams, and along with Andy Card, and we've been out here at the Finch Creek Complex, and we're looking forward to here on Hamilton County Sports talking more about this great complex that's going on, being built here in Hamilton County, and continue to work with this group. So thank you very much.